Hello, Shablos tribes. Trust we are all doing great today. If today is your first time of being here, we say welcome and thank you for stopping by. Our today's recipe is chin chin. We're going to be making milky, spicy chin chin. Okay, so let's get started. In this recipe, first I will be measuring out my wet ingredients. That's the first thing I do for for my wet ingredient. I'll be needing 1 cup of sugar. Then the next thing is my milk. I'm going to measure out my milk. I need 50 grams of milk. Please, if you don't have a scale, please do well to use your 1/4 cup to measure out your milk. 1/4 cup to measure out your milk. This is 50 grams of milk. I am using my kitchen scale. So please, the next thing I'm going to be doing here now is to reconstitute my milk by adding water. Please, what I will advise you to just pour in your milk, your powdered milk, into your sugar. Don't reconstitute. When you pour in your milk into your sugar, add 1 full cup of cold water. 1 full cup of cold water. Don't reconstitute. I am going to tell you why I said so when we get to where I added some water. As I am reconstituting this milk here, you will find out that I will need more water. So as at the time I was doing this chin chin, it skipped my mind that I shouldn't have reconstituted. Just add in your milk powder, and then the same cup, this is 1 cup, add 1 full cup of cold water to your sugar. Okay, so I'll be mixing them up so that the sugar can dissolve. Okay, so the next thing I'll be adding is my salt. I'll be adding half tsp of salt, and then my cinnamon, half tsp of cinnamon, half tsp of cinnamon, and then next is my nutmeg. I'll be using 2 tsp of nutmeg. You can also add ginger, grated ginger, but you have to wash it out into your 1 cup of water. Okay, you can use ginger to make it more spicy. Okay, even onions can be added to your chin chin to make it more spicy. So I am using 2 eggs for this recipe. Please don't use more than 2 eggs. If you use more than 2 eggs, it will make your oil to foam when you are frying, and it will be pouring out. So I am also using 2 drops of milk flavor and 1 tsp of vanilla flavor. Okay. All right, okay, let's move on to our dry ingredients. So for this recipe, I'll be needing 10 cups of flour. As you can see, I've measured out my flour, well sieved. I'll be adding 2 tsp of baking powder, just 2. Sometimes I don't even use baking powder at all, but you can use 2 tsp of baking powder. Mix both the flour and baking powder to combine very well. Then I'll be needing 200 grams of margarine. You're free to use butter or margarine. I need 200 grams of margarine. Please, if you don't have a kitchen scale, use 1 full cup of margarine. That is the perfect measurement for your 10 cups of flour. And remember to level your flour while measuring. Make sure you level it the way you see me level my baking powder. So now I'm going to combine the dry ingredients which is just flour and baking powder. Combine it with the margarine. I'm going to make sure they are well mixed. I mixed it till I get a crumbly texture. You keep mixing until you get a crumbly texture. The next thing I'll be doing is to incorporate my dry ingredients. Make sure it is well incorporated. My wet ingredients. I incorporated it using a fork, or if you have a small skewer, a small whisk, you can use your whisk to combine your wet ingredients. You use your fork to combine your wet ingredients until they are thoroughly mixed together. The next thing I'm going to be doing is to now add my wet ingredients into my dry ingredients. The reason the color of the wet ingredients is like that because of the cinnamon and the nutmeg. Also, you can also add your onions. You can also add onions to your chin chin to make it spicy. You can add onions. You can add ginger. Grate your ginger. Wash it out in your 1 cup of water, and then make your chin chin more spicy by adding ginger, onions, nutmeg, cinnamon. So this makes, even some goes to the extent of adding garlic, depending on your preference. So I am combining everything to form a dough. Now you see the reason I said you should add your 50 gram of milk and then add 1 full cup of water. Here I needed extra water to get my dough well combined. So please add your dry milk, and then before add 1 full cup of water. That is the perfect recipe. So look at our dough, perfect, well combined. Now I later sectioned this, though it is not in this video. I later sectioned it and allowed it to rest for about 30 minutes. Please allow your dough to rest for about 30 minutes so it comes out crunchy. It helps it come out crunchy. Also, I took some and put it in the fridge for 30 minutes. But the one I put in the fridge, I put it in a plastic bag. I had half of this dough in the fridge and then half covered on my work surface. And I found out that the one I put in the fridge, I prefer the one I covered on my workspace to the one I put in the fridge for 30 minutes. So I tried out both. So this is the one that was resting in the kitchen. So now look at our dough. Look at the rolling. You can see that I didn't add any extra flour. I didn't sprinkle extra flour on this. You can see that our chin chin dough is the perfect dough recipe. So please, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please subscribe, share this video, like this video and comment on this video, and please turn on your notification bell so you can be notified anytime we upload a new video. This is our chin chin. Use your pizza cutter. It makes it faster. It makes it faster for you to cut. Use pizza cutter in cutting, very fast. Instead of using scissors or knife, use pizza cutter in cutting. And what I did, those rough edges, the edge, I had to pick out. I picked out. You can see me picking out the rough edges because I needed all the chin chin to be neat. That's how I do it, and my customers always love the taste of our chin chin, milky and spicy. So you see there is no extra flour on this chin chin. I didn't sprinkle extra flour. Now in frying, that's the next thing. I add onions to the oil. You will find out when you eat our chin chin, you find out that onion flavor in the chin chin. So fry your chin chin on medium heat until golden brown. Please allow the chin chin to fry very well. Don't over fry, don't under fry. Fry until golden brown. And please, whenever you try out this recipe, send us a comment. We'll be waiting on the comment section to know how it went. Thank you.